Hello guys, Jeffrey speaking here. So today I would like to make a review of my newly bought Disney Tron gaming mouse designed by Razer. For you guys out there who want to know what is included in the box, please go ahead to my YouTube channel and watch my unboxing video. So now I would like to proceed with my review. But before that, I would like to show you guys around the physical looks of this gaming mouse. As you can see, this is the top view of this gaming mouse. It has a glossy black plastic surface on the top with two illuminated side strips. So I'd like to show you guys how it looks like. So this is how it looks like with the lighting effect. Besides that, it has the left and right click buttons, scroll wheel with light effect at the side, but bear in mind that it does not include the tilting function. As for the left hand side, it also has the glossy black plastic surface, baby blue plastic lining here, but for your information, it does not lead up, honeycomb design, two physical buttons which has a rubberized finish on it. By default, it is used as back and forth buttons when you are surfing your website. As for the right hand side, the design is identical with the left hand side. So from here you know that this mouse has the ambidextrous design, which is comfortable for left and right handed gamers. Unlike Razer Mamba, it is only suitable or comfortable for right handed gamers. These two buttons are used to increase or decrease the sensitivity, or what we know as the DPI. As for the back, it has a speaker. As we know, this mouse comes with the light and sound effects at the startup and shutdown. Last but not least is the bottom view of this gaming mouse. As you can see, it has four quite decent sized Teflon feet. Here you will have a Tron leveling. Here is some honeycomb design, the laser sensor. For you guys info, this mouse includes the Philips twin eye sensor. So here you will see an LED, so it will light up when it approach or near to your mousepad. This is used along with its specified design Tron mousepad, which has the light trails effect. For the time being, I cannot show to you guys because the mouse mat is not available and I cannot show to you guys. So the next thing I would like to talk about is the pros and cons of this gaming mouse. So now I would like to talk about the pros and cons of this gaming mouse. But before that, I would like to talk something about the ergonomic level of this gaming mouse. As you can see, the arch of this gaming mouse is really low and is not suitable for palm grip gamers. If I compare it to my Logitech G700, you can see that Logitech G700 has a much more higher arch. So this kind of mouse is more ergonomic and more suitable for palm grip gamer. For this mouse is more suitable for fingertip palm grip gamer. So that's all for the ergonomic level. Now I'd like to talk about the pros of this gaming mouse. The first pros that I think this mouse attract me most is the light and sound effect. For information, this mouse has three parts or three sections of the light. The first would be the scroll wheel, the second would be the side strips, and the third would be the underglow. So now I'd like to show you guys the light effect of this gaming mouse. So this is how it looks like when it glows in the dark. I'm sorry because now I'm doing my video in the afternoon, so I'm not really sure that whether you can see the illuminated side strips, the mouse wheel, as well as the underglow. So besides that, I'd like to show you guys the sound effect. So now I unplug my USB port and plug it back. For information, these sound effects appear at the startup and shutdown. So it has a really cool sound effects and as well as the light effects. For the next pro is the light trail effects of this mouse. As I have mentioned before, this mouse have the underglow LED. So if you want the light trail effects, you have to buy the Tron mouse mat along with this mouse in order to see it. For the time being, I cannot demonstrate to you guys because I do not have the mouse mat with me now. Besides that, the mouse mat is not available in the market too. The third pros would be the jitter problem. I do not find any jitter problem as claimed by others who saying that the PTE or the Philips twin eye sensor will have this kind of problem, but I do not find any jitter problem with this mouse. When I double click it faster, the cursor seems to be stable and do not move around. So for you guys out there, do not worry about the jitter problem of this mouse. Besides that, I really love the braided cord of this gaming mouse. It can avoid the tangling issue which I have it with my Logitech G700. And the last pros that I found with this gaming mouse is the on-the-fly Dpi Changing. This is really convenient for the gamers in gaming mode. So now I'd like to move on to the cons of this gaming mouse. The most apparent cons of this gaming mouse is the Z-axis problem. This problem is due to the Philips twin eye sensor itself. So when I lift up my mouse a little bit and put it down, the cursor seems to move 100 to 200 pixels to the bottom right hand side of my desktop. So it is quite annoying. The temporary solution for this one is I have to lower down my value of the DPI. The second cons of this gaming mouse would be the lagging issue. So when I do not move my mouse and leave it on the table for a while and I want to use it back again, the cursor seems to be lagging and do not move around. It will move after 2 to 3 seconds. So this is really annoying me. This phenomena is just like the Bluetooth backup time. I really cannot bear with this kind of problem. I do not have this kind of problem with my Logitech G700, which use the wireless receiver. The third cons would be that it does not have the adjustable weight. But for me it's still okay, but for some gamers they still prefer to have their own adjustable weight system in their gaming mouse. And the fourth cons is the sound effect. So for you guys info, Razer claimed that this mouse has the sound effect at the startup and the shutdown, but I do not have the sound effect during my shutdown of my PC. So I do not know that whether this is my mouse problem or the Razer problem or the design flaw. Still have to email Razer about this problem. So that's all for the cons. The next thing I would like to talk about is the software or the driver of this gaming mouse. As for the software, you have to go to Razer.com to download it. So as you can see in front of you now is the software itself. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 tabs. That is assign buttons, tweak performance, manage profiles, manage macros and lighting. So the first thing I would like to talk about is assigning the buttons. As you can see, it has 7 Hyperesponse buttons. The first one by default is click, the second which is the right click button, is the menu. The third is the universal scrolling. Fourth is backward. 5 is forward. 6 and 7 is sensitivity, stage down and up. But of course you can assign different tasks to it. For example, on the fly sensitivity, single key, scroll up, scroll down, button off, and so on. And on your right hand side you can see I'm using my current profile, which is the default one. And for the mouse wheel option, you also can customize it to, like for example, to increase the sensitivity or decrease the sensitivity. The second thing is tweak the performance. So currently I'm using sensitivity 3600 dpi. So for the sensitivity stages, you can see 800, 1200 and 1800. So you can enable the independently XY sensitivity. On your right hand side is my default, so you can enable independent XY sensitivity, enable on the fly sensitivity on screen display, which I will demonstrate, acceleration, polling rate 125, 500 and 1000 Hz. So it all depends on you if you want to game, so it is better for you to use the 1000 Hz. The third thing I would like to talk about is managing your profiles. So for the time being, I only have one default profile. So if you want to create a new one, you just have to create new and enter the name for the profiles that you want. And you can also delete the profile that you do not want, import it or export it. The fourth thing I would like to talk about is managing your macros. So you can create a new one, import, export and delete, record, advance, ignore delay between events, insert default delay, and so on. The last but not least is the lighting. So as I have mentioned before, it has 3 sections or 3 parts of the lighting. The first one will be the scroll wheel, the second will be the side strips, and the third last but not least is the underglow. So you can on and off all the lighting that you want. So basically that's all about. And one more thing is, if you want to check for updates, you just have to click this, and when you click it, it will pop up your internet browsers to the Razer.com website and direct you to the support section. So that's all for the driver. So as you can see, I can't adjust DPI by just clicking my right hand side physical buttons. 800, 1200, 1800, 3600 and last but not least 5600. So you can adjust this through the driver or the software.
In conclusion, this gaming mouse is quite decent in performance. It is most recommended as it has the ambidextrous design. Besides that, it is also recommended for all the fingertip grip gamers. But for the palm grip gamers, this mouse is not suitable for you, as it may appear to be uncomfortable for you guys. So that's all for today's video and review. Please don't forget to thumbs up if you like my video and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos to come. And ciao!